On the news tonight, Governor Soludo insists on making Onitsha a growing and progressive city. State government to prioritize social amenities and development projects in the state. FG ASU to resume talks next week. And from the foreign scene, North Korea fires ballistic missile against Pyongyang. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, the maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome to the evening news on EBS television. My name is Priska Wanko. The governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has commenced the move of reviving the city of Onitsha with his first meeting with Onitsha landlords. The governor had a meeting with Onitsha landlords centered on the modalities to make Onitsha once again a growing and progressive city. ABS Government House correspondent Valentine Mbadoha filed in this report taken from here.
The discussion was to review the activities within the metropolitan commercial city of Onitsha and what should be done to make it a smart mega city. According to Governor Soludo, the first assignment is to resurrect Onitsha and return the one-time biggest commercial city in West Africa to its premier states. Governor Soludo regretted that Anambra State is losing potential investments as the plan of the city has completely been neglected, to add that landlords have a critical role to play in the Anambra project. Discussing the role of the landlords in rebuilding Onitsha, Governor Soludo decried the attitude of landlords in erecting of buildings indiscriminately. He also pointed out the ugly experiences people go through trying to shop in Onitsha and reiterated his commitment to revitalizing the system, saying that Onitsha is key to the development and progress of Anambra and Southeast at large, and assured that the mission is not only to resurrect Onitsha, but to make it livable and shopping a pleasurable experience. The governor, who assured that the master plan of Onitsha must return and be put to use, reminded those that built on waterways to remove them, maintaining that any building that is not in its proper place, especially those that contribute to flooding, must be removed. Governor Soludo noted that for Anambra to become livable, law and order must return, and urged the landlords to cooperate with the government in the implementation of Onitsha Master Plan, which will also solve the traffic challenges Onitsha residents face daily. He said that landlords will benefit most from the transformation underway, as the value of assets in Anambra will increase once the state is planned, clean and green, but noted that the government will partner with landlords to achieve its agenda.
We are a more sustainable empowerment program to empower people, teach them to do what? To fish. We have a program for training and retraining and empowerment of our youth. We're going to turn Anambra to be the digital tribe. Train tens of thousands of our people, giving them the to dominate the world. We are coming because our mantra, everything technology and technology everywhere.
The Anambra State Deputy Governor, Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezim, the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobel, House members, Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezaji, ASATU National President, Barrister Titus Abudo, and other members of the executive were present at the meeting.
Anambra State Commissioner for Power and Water Resources, Engineer Julius Chukwemeka, says provision of social amenities and developmental projects is a top priority of the present administration. Engineer Chukwemeka stated this at the Otuacha Regional Water Scheme, Anambra East Council area, during a tour of the facility. Blessing Uchendo has the details.
The water facility, which is a partnership between Anambra State Government and the European Union, is sourced from the Omambara River and will serve 3 communities including Aguleri, Umueri, Umuobanam. Speaking shortly after the inspection, Engineer Chukwemeka said the visit was to see things for himself and identify areas of intervention, as the present government has designed a comprehensive water master plan to ensure that Anambra have a potable water. He called on traditional rulers, presidents general, and other community leaders to help to secure and maintain leading pipes that pass water to the fetching points.
Before we go into doing new water schemes, first of all we need to start by rehabilitating the existing water schemes and ensure that all of them are functional. Check the best management style that will suit each of the schemes. The charge is that they have to take it as their own. They have to own it. The government is doing it, for them. And the government cannot finish this massive project only for them to come and start vandalizing it, only for people to come and start encroaching into the lands that were meant to be for this plant. So they will take it as their own.
In the commission around the facility, the acting director, Water Resources Department of the Ministry, Mr. Victor Ezekwo, explained that the water, after being treated, goes to the overhead tank situated at Father Joseph Catholic Church, Aguleri, from where it reticulates to different points. He disclosed that with the water project, people of the area will no longer lack potable water.
You see, the Otuocha Regional Water Scheme is so designed to serve the Otuocha part of Anambra East. It's to see how to sustain this so that it can be very effective and efficient.
From Otuocha, Anambra East Council area, Blessing Uchendo, ABS News.
The Ministry of Youth Development has organized a digital capacity training for its staff in order to ensure maximum output, while also helping to make sure that the activities of the ministry are coordinated. Correspondent Kenechukwu Chukwudi tells us more.
The 10 days digital training program for staff within the 21 local government area is in collaboration with Percent Technologies Limited, is geared towards ensuring that staff get acquainted to computer operations while also being able to use some softwares effectively, amongst others. Speaking during the training flag off, the Commissioner for Youth Development, Mr. Patrick Mba, remarked that the training is to positively prepare staff to key into Governor Chukwuma Soludo's plan of digitalization to ensure that Anambra becomes a livable homeland for Ndi Anambra.
The program will expose the staff, youth desk officers, heads of departments, and principal officers to serve vast knowledge and advantages of ICT application in daily work and duties of government. However, as one of the policy strategy, community-based driven, in handling youth development programs, therefore, huge responsibilities will now be placed on the shoulder of our local government desk officers.
The head of administration at the ministry, Mr. Ifeanyi Nwalosi, noted that it's been long such a training is organized for staff, and it will definitely help the desk officers at the local government to better do their work, while the acting director, youth department at the ministry, Mrs. Chito Usili, said that the training is a wonderful opportunity for staff to upgrade their knowledge, advising staff to make good use of the knowledge garnered.
Those people we are training now are youth officers located in various local government, that is 21 local government. They are going to be the desk officers that will guide the youth from those local government in helping in making sure that everything going on there are in the digitalized form.
The principal consultant of Percent Technologies and the program trainer, Dr. Ikechukwu Ume, explained that the training will arm staff with how to use office digital applications on computers, documentations, including learning basics of graphics, as discipline will be the watchword for all during the training.
The world has gone digital and everybody must digitize. And all of us know that this government is a digital government, because everything has become digital since the new governor emerged. And that is why Percent Technologies as a company decided that we have that zeal to partner with government so that government institutions and government workers will be able to meet up the standard of what the governor is planning.
Some participants who spoke during the training, Chibuzo Ude and Mrs. Obinwa Chika, said the training is timely and will definitely help add value to their work. In Oka, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
The Vice Chancellor of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Professor Charles Esimone has called for collaboration to address the challenges facing Nigerian university system. He made the call in his keynote speech at the 27th Biennial National Convention of the University of Nigeria Alumni Association in Oka. Joseph Iboja filed in this report.
The event, which themed Alumni Association as a global phenomenon in university education, Nigeria Universities in Focus, coincided with the 180th edition of National Executive Council meeting of the association, had in attendance eminent personalities and scholars from various parts of the country. Professor Esimone, who appreciated alumni associations that are filling some funding gaps in the university system, recommended that such interventions should be continuous in order to meet expectations, noting that interventions from university proprietors are rarely enough.
You know that the duty of being a leader should not stop when you step outside. In fact, the work begins when you finish your own tenure, because you have to keep on directing for things to go well. So that's why when I see these elders who have served very well, and they are still serving, they are still coming back to serve, I think I appreciate that. The younger person should also emulate this. So I recognize all our branch presidents, the former ones, secretary, all excos who one way or the other have been serving before, and those who are currently serving. I recognize all of you.
Contributing, the national president of the University of Nigeria Alumni Association, Sir Ben Okoronkwo, noted that within about 57 years of existence of the association, a good number of alumni members have brought interventions for the university, but called for collective efforts in achieving more, including getting a befitting multi-purpose alumni complex for their alma mater.
Lions and Lionesses, as an association, we have continued to do more and properly align with the mission as well as the vision of the founding fathers. We will follow the dictates of the wardens of the alma mater pledge to the letter. This will ensure the association retains its pride of place in the development strides towards our alma mater. We have come a long way and we must move forward.
Earlier, while welcoming participants at the event that featured award presentation to deserving members, the Oka branch chairman of the University of Nigeria Alumni Association, Dr. Chinedu Mbalsi, called on products of various universities to begin to make invaluable contributions to their alma mater through alumni associations.
My choice is very apt because we know the importance of education to national development and nation building. And so when we saw the way the educational system is going, I sort of talking about politics and politics every day. I said, if we have the right education, I think things will be properly done in Nigeria. So I felt like, since the government is always complaining that they have no funds, looking around globally what is happening in other schools and universities in the world, it became obvious that their alumni associations are basically the ones that are actually helping them. And I said, if Nigerian universities can key into this system where the alumni association can make contributions to their schools in terms of infrastructure development, then it wouldn't take long before some of these schools will have what they need and depend less on the government. And by that way, over time, these incessant strike actions could no longer be there. And so,
a member of the association and former Anambra State lawmaker, Sir Joe Dimobi, said products from the university will continue to contribute in restoring the dignity of man.
FG ASU to resume talks next week. North Korea fires ballistic missile against Pyongyang. Here is the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. The news returns after this time out. Stay tuned.
Traveling? You deserve the absolute best. Enjoy maximum comfort in our new buses with more legroom, reclinable seats, onboard entertainment, and much more. Pick your preferred seat. Choose your preferred schedule. Travel on your terms. Ready for a premium ride driven by the best captains out there? Book now.
You're welcome back to the news. The federal government and the striking academic staff union of universities, ASU, will resume talks next week with a view to ending the prolonged closure of Nigerian public universities. The hint was dropped yesterday by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Senator Chris Ngige, while making the opening remarks at a meeting between the government side and the striking National Association of Academic Technologists, NAT, in his office. Senator Ngige noted that multiple industrial disputes in the education sector could have been averted if the unions in the sector took advantage of its open door policy, like those in the health sector, which is said culminated in the peace currently enjoyed in the sector. In a statement issued by the acting head, Press and Public Relations, Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment, Patience Onobia, the minister will also decry the rivalry between the education unions, noted that everybody is important in the university system. He assured that the government was tackling all the disputes in the education sector holistically, knowing full well that none of the unions could function effectively without the others. The chairman, Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, Mr. Sanusi Garuba, has said that the agency has not approved tariff rate review in the power sector in recent times. Mr. Garuba said the last tariff review was approved on December 31, 2021 and became effective in February this year. He stated on behalf of the management of NEC clearly that NEC have not approved any rate review and there is no indication that any electricity distribution company is increasing its tariff. On the issue of eligible customers regulations, the Commissioner Market Competition and Rates NEC, Mr. Musiliu, said it was still in place. Reports say the eligible customer regulation permits electricity generation companies to sell power directly to customers whose consumption is more than 2 megawatts an hour over the course of 1 month. North Korea fired a ballistic missile 3 days before the inauguration of South Korean President-elect Yoon Suk-yeol, who has promised to take a hard line against Pyongyang. South Korean military said North Korea tested what is believed to be a submarine-launched ballistic missile, SLBM, off its east coast at about 5:07 GMT on Saturday from Sinpo, where Pyongyang has a major shipyard. Japan's defense ministry also said the projectile could be a ballistic missile. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida ordered officials to prepare for unforeseeable situations and secure the safety of aircraft and ships, but there were no immediate reports of any damage. For Nigeria, the race to next year's Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations begins tomorrow when 7-time African champions Nigeria go up against arch-rivals Ghana in a potentially intense opener to Group B at the WAFU B Under-20 Championship in Niamey. Both West African giants will flex muscles at the State General Sani Kunche in the Nigerian capital as from 5 p.m. with the winner certain to be on firm footing for a place in the semi-finals from a pool boasting only 3 teams. Burkina Faso is the other team in the group, and they will take on the Flying Eagles on Wednesday next week. Ghana are the defending champions of both the WAFU B Under-20 Championship and the Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations. In Porto Novo at the end of the year 2020, the Black Satellites defeated their counterparts from Burkina Faso 2-1 in the final to leave the trophy, and then went ahead to defeat Uganda 2-0 in the final of the Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations in Mauritania a few months later. It was a moment of deep reflection and mourning during the burial of late Mrs. Caroline Iwebuna, popularly known as Mama Enugu, as she was described by most who knew her as a dedicated and devout Christian. Correspondent Kenechukwu Chukwudi tells us more.
Late Mrs. Caroline, who was based in Enugu with all her 7 children, hence the nickname Mama Enugu, was a woman who was said to assume love and practical Christian life as a devoted Anglican. Speaking during the burial service held at St. Nicholas Anglican Church, Achala, Reverend Canon Gilbert Nwankwo emphasized that Christians must learn to live together in love, accommodate one another without rancor, and put Christ at the center of their existence.
Mmekọrịta na-aghasa, ọtụtụ ezinụlọ na-aghasa, ọtụtụ di na nwunye na-aghasa, ị ga na-anụ language na akụkọ dị iche iche. Bible mere abhor divorce. Mana the current trend na social media ma ọ bụ ebe ọ bụla bụ separation. Yes. Makana in a relationship where more balance. Yes, carrier ibu
Speaking after the interment of the deceased, his first son, Mr. Chika Iwebuna, said his late mother was a family woman to the core who always advised him positively, which her presence and wise counsels were be missed. Her daughter, Kate I.G. Okeke, a former director of programs of ABS, remarked that her mom lived a simple life and tried to have good relationship with those around her, and also held tenaciously to her Christian faith and also raised her children in God's teachings. Another of her daughter, Mrs. Obegeli Iwebuna, and a relation, Mr. Chinedu Onukube, explained that the deceased laid for them a good foundation as she was humble and an advocate of peace.
My mother is so kind. She's a humble woman. She relates with everybody. Even when people are against her, she tried to, in fact, each time she's trying to bring everyone together, even her relations. And that is why you can see many of them around. So I came abroad just
for me to have left Ireland, after almost 13 hours to be there, tells you how important, she was to me. I felt really fascinated when I heard about her death. And I was looking forward to, see her next time. This what we are having today. I mean, from the people we have seen here today, I mean, it can give you the testimony.
Mourners who came to condole with the family, Mrs. Chito Osili and Prince Emeka Kalo, noted that late Mrs. Caroline lived a good life, which is a testimony her children bore, and urged her children and family to keep her legacies alive. The ABS Director of Administration, Lady Tina Ekenta, and the Director of Programs, Mrs. Neka Ekunife, were also among those who came to condole with the family. Late Mrs. Caroline died at the age of 88 years. From Achala, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
Remember, you can follow news and program on ABS in many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television, or follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this evening, a recap of the main points. Governor Soludo insists on making Onitsha a growing and progressive city. State government to prioritize social amenities and development projects in the state. FG ASU is to resume talks next week. North Korea has fired ballistic missile against Pyongyang. Before the news ends, here is the special message once again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that ends the evening news right here on ABS Television at this time. Thanks for watching. My name is Priska Wanko. Have a good night.